Well, another day. When we last left our intrepid adventurer, not entirely certain that I'm feeling like doing more Ansible stuff, but it is what it is. We are where we are. And I wouldn't mind getting there. So, here we... Wait, why is that on? Go! Somehow my desktop audio got turned on. Probably from playing games. So this should look familiar if you were here Thursday. So where were we? This is all test. I need to roll test into an actual usable one, right? Because for now, test is under lab. Yeah. And it's just our virtual machine, which I don't have running. Let's get that going. I think it was this one. Maybe not. It was that one. Because of course it was. Let's see what we're looking at here. Okay. I'm not sure I remember what password I set. I think it was just password 123. There it is. Okay. Perfect. Make sure we've still got the same IP. And this is, no, that's all Kubi control stuff. Now I gotta remember my own syntax. So it is the inventory in this case is lab, and we want to limit to test. Nope, it's not dash dash. All right, let's go back to, oh, I'm running into that weird camera error. 1 second, let's fix the camera. We need to go here. We need to say whoop. Oh great, whoop. There we go. And whoop. All right, hopefully that hangs on. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, think we want to get, well, let's bring up the notes. Step 1. We got to revisit ye olde revisit usage. I could have swore I had a, oh, you know what? I do have one in there. It's in the README. Bink. No, not that README. This README. There we go. tags. Actually, let's give this a run because I do need to update everything right now. Hey, that's nice. Oh. Right, this is the cleaned up version. That's gonna be a problem. All right, let me see. Bootstrap. The Ansible user is gonna be me. Servers. Conops. Test is gonna be conops. Was there anything else in here? I think everything else is good. Let's try that again. Yeah. What's this? Line 58, column 3. Found a duplicate key. Test tasks main. It says on line 58. Column 3. How is that a duplicate? Do I have another allow? Yes, I do. Oh. No. The name is direction in, direction out, allow NTP. Those aren't duplicates. I wonder why it's seeing those as duplicates. Maybe it's just because it starts with allow. This must be accepted explicitly. Oh. Yeah, this is one of my issues with Unify, is that it's currently using a really old version of Mongo, and oh, well, this is actually this is a different update. Unify in general is screwball. Just the way they handle apt, but that's all right. I can come back and revisit that. DNS2 is going to take a little bit because I think it's a Raspberry Pi, like Model B. It's an old one. Still using a full-size SD card. Man, I don't know if anybody out there is a hockey fan and or a Sharks fan and or a Stars fan. Joe Pavelski, man, that's a gut punch. He's retiring. Like, oof. Thought that guy was gonna play till the end of time. Why are you taking so long? Well, like I said, I knew it was going to take a long time, but this is a very long time. Let's say we go take a peek. SSN? Oh, that's not a good sign. Oh, there we go. Now it's actually going to the update part. Yeah, it's one CPU is pegged. Oh, love it. A whopping 430 meg of memory. Yeah. All right, well, I guess I kind of have to just let this happen slowly. I shouldn't have done it in my main terminal, I suppose. But we can do this, and I can go for updating. But if we want to do -i, in this case is lab site.yaml. Now it's going to be different because it's not a tag, I don't think. Did I make it tags? Was I? Tags, well, tag is common, so yeah, it's going to get rolled into common. So I just need to say limit. Oops. Test. Let's try that again. Let's do ye olde copy pasta because that is always better. Wait, what? -i lab site.yml. Oh. Too much K8s lately. Let's see what's going on this side. I don't have htop installed. Oh. And I can't do it because it's making sure that it's installed. Fun. Well, top is always there. Just not as useful. Is it paused? Ooh, it's supposed to be hot. Alt tab. Weird. I did not know that. So Alt tab is showing the history. Huh. Kind of. Like the -alh is the, but it was ls-alh. That's interesting. I did not know that. Alt tab shows you your history instead of just doing this. Okay. New to me. Failed to update app to cache. Unknown reason. Well, let's see. Failed to fetch. Well, that would be an issue, wouldn't it? So I can get to it, it can't get out. Interesting. Communication error to 192.168. Oh. 122.1. That's odd. What did I do to my virtualized environment? Oops. Sudo nano. Is that what today's gonna be? Oh, wow, there's your problem. 10.1.24.2. 10.1.24.20. Oh. No. Do I have to restart networking? We'll just do that. What do I need to restart? Yes. Man, I decided to start trying this service that tries to automatically generate YouTube shorts from my content. And I have to say, I don't like it when I laugh. I don't like my laugh at all. And I feel like my laugh takes up too much empty space, as weird as that may sound. Like, I'll say something that's worth, I guess, being there according to the AI, and then I'll laugh afterwards and I'll just be like, nope, that one sucks. And you'll notice I'm now not laughing. And it's all your fault, AI. You took the joy out of this. I blame you. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Why are you still not able to resolve? Oops, 24.2. Okay, you're not routing at all. We need to go to info. We need to look at the network. Does not work for host to guest. Okay. Let's say, why not? Yes. Now, of course, we got to reboot again. What do I need to reload? Yes. Oops. Password 123. I need to put my phone away. Getting that buzz notification is distracting. Go away, phone. All right. Still no. What is your problem? How dare you? You have an IP? Let's go back over here. Let's refresh you. Oh, switch back to virtual network. Requires a source element. I don't think I have one right now. I mean, I'm sure I have a few. Oh, verbird 0. There we go. We'll do that, right? Oh, BR. Verbird 0. That's our answer. I keep clicking on that because that's where I'm used to there being a. I need to go here. Okay. So you're saved. It's a bridge device. Why are you still being stupid? Oh, well. Let's start you back up. I lost keyboard access. So setting it to a virtual, there we go. Still with the problems. What your deal is? Yeah, so it's defaulting back. Everything seems fine. This is the worst. And you're just like, oh, let me spin this up and take care of this real quick. And then suddenly you're troubleshooting your virtual environment. Maybe I should go get VMware. All right, so. And I lost keyboard again. There we go. All right, network is unreachable. But, oh, there we go. We have network state is down. Does this one have if up? ENS1. Unknown interface, ENS1. Okay. This is There we go. So is it what it's managed? Okay. Oh, it says unmanaged. DNS1. Failed the query. System D, network D is not running. Okay, so it's not using network control. This is where I always get a little bit screwed up. So with Linux, on a default install, it's kind of, okay, what's controlling my network? And you have to jump through these hoops to figure out what is. So the tools are there to control it this way, but it's not controlled that way. So if it's not network D, then is it here? Oh, it says ENPS01, not ENS1. I guess that's on me. I did go changing them. ENS1 and ENS1. Fine. Make me a sandwich. ENS1. Networking. All right. We have an IP. But we still can't get out. .24.2. One 192.168.122.1. All right, so nothing likes being alive. And absolutely nothing has changed that I can think of, except that I played Left 4 Dead, or 7 Days to Die. Let's do the sensible thing. Let's go to View Manager. There's absolutely no reason not to just try and create a new one and see if something else went stupid. Graphical. I mean, if this just works, then something changed and it's not picking it up for some reason. Which is good enough for me. Because at the end of the day, I don't care. I mean, I care. I'd like to figure out what broke, but I'm not going to spend my entire stream trying to figure that out, right? Yep. It's how you configure the network. Or is it? Root password is oh no. Root me, please. Full name is me. And password 123. And yes, it really is password 123. Deal with it. Pacific. If this one works, I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck went wrong. Whoops. Use the entire disk. We're not trying to be... Sure, why not? Finish. No, but really, yes. I mean, it seems to be working, right? So why? What do we have? Default. Well, right now it could still be getting from the disk, so... Was it this one or was it this one? I think it was this one. Oh, was this the wrong one? No, because the other one wouldn't start. Alright, so while that's doing that, let's do virtual NAT. We'll apply ya. And we'll reboot ya. All right. Password 123 IPA. All right, not moving forward. Cool. Let's see. Scan additional media. Nope. Nope. Use a network mirror. Yes. 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 No proxy. And this one can get to it. Let's try. Let's just put this back. Oh, it put it back on its own. Cool. So dig shows me nothing. It just says that it can't reach that. .1.24.2, anything on the trace route? Send, operation not permitted. Oh, lordy. Did I? Did I really? That's gonna be today. That's how today is gonna be. Hey, we have 2 that we can break now. All right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's try this again. So a couple of things that I definitely need to do, and I may have broke it. Well, let's try. Let's just run it like this. All right. Did I change IPs? 112. Yes, I believe I can fly. Yep. That will change you to 12. We run again. Yes. Magic. It hangs at enable UFW. Is that... I should have SSH'd into it before all this, huh? 22, 112. Okay, I can still get there. Good. Oh, right. We haven't stopped it from hanging at the enable portion, but now 2. Yep, ping won't go through. We only have allow from. We don't have allow to. I thought we had a specific thing in this task. Yeah, that guy. That's supposed to allow us to get past this hump, as it were. You know what I wish? What would be nice to have in a firewall, just as a whole? The ability to set a response that would show up programmatically. Looks like you can set it as drop. I wonder, you can set it to return different status codes, right? So, no, actually. Don't forget, you turned on the firewall, dummy. All right, so let's do a quick search. UFW return emotes. I mean, when Google says, would you like to try the word emotes in UFW returns? You say yes. Okay, I don't think those are related. That is an AI fail. Alright, UFW. Return UFW block types. We'll go back here. Actually, we should be doing this the right way. I mean, if I had broken the firewall and there was nothing I could do, I've got to find this answer. I'm deep in a cave with no cell service. Man page. Enable, disable, default logging status. How do you search in here? These are all things that I used to just know off the top of my head, but I don't use man pages as much as I should. A lot of it's because a man page used to be, here's the thing that you're running. Here's a list of switches, here's a list of files that it acts on, and here's a list of parameters that you can add. And that was it. A lot of man pages now are like 32 pages long, expressing the reason that they decided that it needs to be installed. And just, there's so much in there that just does not need to be there. I wish there was an option just to man minimize, like, I don't know. There's just, it seems like some of the people that write, and don't get me wrong, having a man page is the absolute best solution. But for the people that write them, you're turning a little bit into website recipes. You're not quite at the point where you're talking about the rolling hills that you're staring at as you're writing it, and how, I don't know, UFW elicits imagery of autumn in Germany, or, you know, what have you. But you're getting there. Now, after that random tangent, searching, there we go. Search forward. We need slash. I bet if we find the word drop, there we go. We have drop except. Okay. We don't want reports. Not worried about logging at the moment. I know that you can drop it, and you can also have it returned as, let's see. I guess I have to do this. You have to deny versus reject. So if I do internal and I set something like ICMP to reject, okay, not super useful. Not what I was looking for. Okay, so let me go back to my original tirade. There really needs to be an option where if you're attempting to do something that's blocked by the firewall will just say, hey, it's blocked by the firewall. Now, is that giving more information to attackers? Potentially, but is that not information they'd probably already have? I mean, on some level, I guess it could be blocked external to the device, so it gives them a little bit more information about what they're attacking. But I feel like there needs to be more than just a standard reject, but like an actual bounce back that says, hey, this is being stopped and I'm stopping it. Even if you can just turn it on for debugging, right? We just make it so that, hey, this is rejected and it's rejected because of this rule. And then you can go, oh, let me fix that rule. And then turn off debugging, right? I don't know. Oh, hi, me. I mean, I guess we can throw this into the notes. That's a long link. All right, meanwhile, back at the ranch. This is still hanging, so no, this is actually broked. Ansible task. Enable UFW hangs. So this is going back to where we were. Why not? The Reddit thread's always got an answer, right? I used the UFW module. Using the UFW module solved this. Am I not using the UFW module? Let's go all the way down here. General, state enabled. After you deny, Ansible will close the connection, create a new one for the next task, which is allow SSH, but timeout. Try to put your deny all after. Well, no, that's not the problem. So gather facts. I don't know why that would do it, but let's try it again. All right, it still doesn't like that. Community, general, UFW. All right, Reddit, as usual, super helpful. Thanks, guys. No, actually, 99% of the time you're going to find the answer on Reddit. And that's different. I mean, this is the, yes, they're backwards. UFW state. So they don't appear to be using, when was this? This isn't that long ago. Ansible POSIX. This is the one that we were looking at before, so let's make sure that all of that is the same. Pretty sure this is where we copied and pasted it from, right? Reload. Reload. So I'm doing all of these this. Oh, so they've just shunted that. I think shunted, is that the right word? Let's see what happens if I. Can you comment stuff out? If you just do UFW state equals enabled. I mean, it's possible it's just the way I'm doing it, right? It's usually just the way I'm doing it. Because there's a right way, there's a wrong way, then there's the way I did it. This one takes a while. I'm wondering why this takes so long. So make sure UFW takes, oh, probably because I update the cache. I should probably, well, I have to update the cache in this instance. Oh, I'm blocking apt again, aren't I? This is where I needed to allow apt. Although the name failure, I don't like that because I am definitely we have DNS and OpenSSH. Although the name of this is wrong. Allow DNS and SSH. Do I need to set and allow out? I think I need to set and allow out. So in actually what I should do, I should make sure like here where I have NTP inbound, I just need to include NTP. Oh, but I don't have it yet, so that doesn't work. But here I can do DNS. Oh wait, but DNS in is already a thing. I need DNS out. All right, so let's do disable. And let's give you one more shot. doing all of the things. It's now got DNS out. It's still hanging there. That's not good. Why? Right. Well, that was me. Interesting, it's not logging the stuff that... Why aren't you logging the things that Ansible does? But if I do... It's on. If I do... Okay, so DNS worked. DNS worked, but now I'm blocking 80. So we need to go back to the allow out, but we're not putting in the agents. We're going to do allow outbound traffic. We need www and secure. Now this is going to fail again unless we disable. All right. Try you again. Hey. So what does it send an OK via 80 or 443? Make sure it runs again. Fixed it. I don't know why I started doing this. Dumb. Ignoring Bootstrap. Good, good. All right, so it's allowing all traffic from this range. In this case, we want to create another rule that will allow all traffic to... Where's our IP range? allow all traffic from this range. And we already have allow inbound Kubernetes. We need outbound Kubernetes. But we need that to be a tag that's separate from common. This will be a tag that is... We'll just start there. And in this case, we've already got DNS. We've already got all of this stuff. So we need to allow out. Hey, it's like it read my mind. Oh, apparently we are doing this. Not this. Why not both? I want to be able to do both. Allow myself to be lazy sometimes, right? Oh, you know what? I need to... Oh, I can't. Fun. All right. Well, I'm going to have to be right back. 1 second. Whee! And we're back. So I wonder if it really is just sending it back out via HTTP. Let's check that real quick. I don't care if it's a success or, let's say, task response. execute a command and response to prompts. Okay. Synopsis requirements, attributes, notes. A lot of useful stuff in there. Now, one thing I'm going to have to actually... Where did I see that? Yeah, we're going to have to set up an Ansible vault at some point, right? But we're not there. Although you'd think it would show up in the journal control as being blocked, right? But these are all sudo stuff. There's the boot, and then there's me running sudo. I'm still not used to journal control, and the fact that I'm being forced to it bothers me, but at the same time, like, I thought about this. I know I went on a rant about how everything's getting combined into something that does everything, but journal control does seem like it's probably a better version of syslog. I'm just not used to it, and I can't allow myself to calcify. It's bad. But again, I'm trying to use the interwebs. See, but like, this is what happens to man pages. 580 lines. I understand you're making something that's a little bit more complex. But yeah. If one or more matching arguments are passed, okay, blah, blah, blah. Like, most of this opening, I don't feel like it's passing information effectively. Or maybe I just don't read, and that's a problem. And that's my problem, right? So system, user, if neither, it's going to show all. Oh, so that's why I can only see my own. So that's going to show me everything. There's everything getting blocked. Fun. So if I do... No. Nope, that's not what I want. We want we want to look for. Yeah, that's super useful. Excuse me. So one of the ones that I always start with, or normally start with, is -x, not to send term cap. No. Try the next one. Oh, it's just looking for all x. Okay. We have 2 matches. So if I do this, but just use UFW. Oops. No entries. No tab completion. All right. No increase. I can see. Yeah, it should be UFW.service. Okay. Is enabled, is active. You can set it to verbose. Like this is too much in my mind. Like, okay, cool. There's the conop stuff. So actually what I can do, that is an interesting dash. You just do that, right? That's going to show me everything. Okay, that's kind of nice. Kind of curious what was happening before. Like why it was hanging. All right, so I can look by user. That makes sense. That's useful. I don't want to, because that gets rid of all of the formatting. Like, what is the point? Because, like, there, you know, I want to see the block. Let's see if we can get all the way down to the bottom, or at least to today. There's the beginning of the stream. Couple of reboots later. Couldn't write one, ignoring. But the file is there, we checked that. We'll put a pin in that. So I think that's just me pinging. Source is me, destination, that's me pinging again. And this is everything starting to work. This is after I was like, oh right, dummy. All right, so it runs there, checks for UFW, runs through and does all of the things, and now it starts getting blocked. Invoked with state enabled, delete false, route false, insert relative to 0. Yeah, it looked like it was just even though, oh, because SSH out. So SSH out is what was getting blocked. So why did enabling, that's interesting. DHCP is getting blocked. All right. So that would be a common, but that would not be K8s. Probably be, would we call it common, or would we specifically want to call out DHCP? We'd probably call it common, because otherwise it's going to be static and we're going to have a specific set static, right? So now does it by default have UFW show we want to app list. UFW app list. It does not have a DHCP. Really? It has AIM. It has AOL Instant Messenger, but it doesn't have DHCP. I mean, am I crazy? Is there something? That's just odd. So I need to create a file for DHCP in, or DHCP out. I'm going to just copy you and paste you. and rename to DHCP. DHCP. Well, it doesn't even need to be out, it's just DHCP. The only reason NTP has two different ones, two different files, is because out gives a different port than in. DHCP, DHCP. Description is dynamic host Claw2 protocol. And great. So I need to go back here. Oh, none of that's useful because I'm doing it here, which works. All right, block in, out, boom, boom, length, UDP, source port, destination port. All right, UDP. Ports equal 67. Save you. Then we need to go back to here. And with the file copy, DHCP, and for common, we need to allow outbound DHCP. We're learning. We're learning. Learn again. Line 59. A duplicate using last defined value only. There's still something here that is different. Is it maybe because I don't have a direction? Direction in. I really can't see why that's happening. But let's go back to here. Capital W. There's an option to watch it. Start showing entries on or newer than the specified date, or on or older. Specified by the cursor. Okay, this might still be useful. So if I just do dash u of w, Oops. Quit. That's it. Cool. What are we looking for? We're looking for when? Oh, it's the filtering options, right? All right, so unit didn't help me much because it's a kernel message. Priority, facility. Filter Pysysla facility. I need to put a pin in that, don't I? Yeah, so that's good to know. So I can do and that's basically demessage. Okay, okay. 23, that was 5 minutes ago. That's the last time that showed up. Okay. Well, we're getting places. We're getting places. But what is the watch? All right. We just have to go to the interwebs. Listing for UFW. Follow. Dash FK. That's silly. Okay. Cool. Now we're cooking with glass. Or something. Now the question is, does that cover all of our firewall needs for Kubernetes? Let's make sure. NTP inbound. So I don't know if I can make that actually the DHCP out as a common, right? Because that means it's going to get applied no matter what. But if it's got a static, I don't want it applied, which is going to be most of my servers. And that's going to go into the stuff up here, the host varies. Like Dev Mini 3. Actually, yeah, because I don't allow ping out. And I bet Dev Mini 3 is blocking this because it doesn't recognize the IP. Yeah. So here, Does this actually, let's see. I really don't know how to handle static IPs with Ansible. Like, what is the best way to keep track of that? I would think it would be in the inventory, but then you're putting a variable in each. Manager manages network settings sometimes. Let's hop back over there. Oops, that's not what we want. Now, according to this, NMCLI. Now, what I did, network control, it said that it wasn't handled, right? Okay, so this is assuming NMCLI is there. We can ignore that for now. So this installs Network Manager. So, all right, this is for the second interface. So this command will install all system roles in the roles default directory. But a role should be a collection of computers, right? Not liking it. Hang on, I gotta check something real quick. Zip. We're back. That told me something else I needed to do. I go here. Boom. I think I need to turn my 7 days to die extension off. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to revisit that as well. That's just finding out that my 7 days to die stuff was still up and running. Not a fan. All right. Playbook for configuring second interface on a single. Why would you have like, this doesn't seem like you'd have a playbook for this. All right. So that makes sense, just to have the IPs in it. It does make more sense than creating a separate file, honestly. Let's see what that looks like. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to do it here. Test. If I do IPs equal, we'll just say 122.112. Can I add other variables? Like, say, DNS. 10.1. I mean, this is not something I would use, but so if I run this now, is this going to give me an error? Yeah. Oh, well. Obviously. What did this say? Yeah, I'm still not getting that warning. Weirded out a little bit. And hey, look. With our newfound powers, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, let's try that again. Is this not the, this is not the one I'm running journal control on? Sudo -k f. So yeah, the problem is still that it's blocking 22 out. But I really don't want 22 out to be a thing. Although this time it completed. So okay. I guess. Good enough. So is there an if? That's what we want. Because what I want is if static IP or IPS, if IP static, then in here we need to get this out. Oh, this copies the file, that doesn't matter. We don't care about DHCP out. We actually don't care about the, well, no, we do want these out no matter what. Never mind. But this is only if why do I have to allow outbounds? Oh. Allow outbound Kubernetes. All right, now what I need is allow DHCP outbound traffic if static, if IP not set. Yeah, that seems right. So what we need then is, let's go back over here to the if. Wait, it's well done. Let's see what's based on registered variables. All right, that's the one I care about. All right, so it's just going to show up that way. So what I need is when not IP static, then I need to direction out, rule allow, name item, loop, DHCP. So this, if I go back over here, and we go here, we disable, and reset. Now we run this. Because I've got a static IP, it should not enable DHCP. I'm not setting the static IP, it just thinks it has a static IP. Wait, why did it still do DHCP? I mean, at least it skipped that one, but what's this? Oh, it's copying the files. Okay. I should have just left this run. Fun. Well, at least I'm seeing the blocks now. So I'm wondering what's happening on the back end here. Ansible is trying to SSH back into my machine? Because that doesn't make any sense. I disappear when drinking water. That seems like a superpower. It's a crappy superpower. You become invisible, but only when drinking water. But I gotta pee. Oh, that's funny. I just noticed that it has my stream time on OBS Studio. I generally don't have OBS Studio up because I'd rather have the chat window open, but when I was running OBS before, I was running it as the pre-made Flatpak version. And the Flatpak version was very interesting. There were a lot of things that it wouldn't allow to happen. And for whatever reason, opening the Twitch chat window was one of those. Everything I read online said that that wasn't supposed to be the case, but for me it was the case. I went and compiled it myself, and now I can open the chat window, so there's no reason for me to have the other one running. So that's interesting. I went back to hanging. Let's try it and see what happens now. Copy the files. Everything seems to be dandy. It's allowing the right traffic. All right, everything works great. Now let's do it again. Disable. Reset. This time we're going to watch it first. And hopefully see the voodoo happen. Yeah, I definitely prefer the idea that it's, and that time it works fine. So it's hit or miss whether or not it's actually going to jump in front of it and say, nope, you're blocked. All right. Now, do we consider this bulletproof? Hey, Tomato, how goes? Just revisiting my Ansible scripts. Can't complain. Had a pretty decent weekend. Well, I always forget it's Tuesday. What you been up to? Always good to be off of work. Not out of work, off of work. All right, so I've got to get these files to my common role. Wondering if I should make the, because the common role is supposed to run on everything. I wonder if I should just make a firewall role. No, it's common. I think I need to just boom, 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 boom. Get all of you. There are a few things I need to look at. So we're copying the app files no matter what. That's fine. Outbound traffic, yeah, we've got to be specific. DHCP if we don't have a static. Kubernetes, only if it's Kubernetes. Secure agents is kind of an always thing. That's out. Kubernetes in, only there. I should put these together just for readability. And actually, maybe I should start chopping this up with notes as well. Playbook to finish. Usually. This seems to be a bit hit or miss. Need to... So that's going to be inbound for everybody. So we need DNS, we need to, I wonder, you know what, I should probably have DHCP get set before deny as well. Here. Because it would be kind of dumb if it lost its IP address for some stupid reason. Make sure DHCP is allowed out before deny. And default deny. It allows standard outbound traffic. Copy files. Kubernetes rules. Security and logging rules for outbound. The file storage rules are a different one too. Because I also need to allow these in if it's a file server. And out only if there's some reason for it. So I don't think this may not need to be common. Kubernetes definitely needs it. Well, you know what? I am going to make it common because I need to start doing backups on all these machines too, right? This is one I've still got to consider revisiting. I don't think I need everything. Like, I don't want lab to be able to go willy-nilly to any server. I might need to segregate this a little bit more. Maybe I'm just going to call this because I do think that Kubernetes should be able to get there, right? And I'm trying to think of this from either direction. I mean, the DNS server, there's going to be specific rules in place for it, so that's fine. DHCP should be the same. I'm wondering if I should just take most of these tags out because this is supposed to be common. And it's starting to get a bit large. So maybe I start with just moving. Close all these extra things. Don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you, or you, or you, or you, or you. Group varies. I might need you, don't need you, and don't need you. Okay. So now I need to open up my common main. Or maybe I'll look more at how to use these templates. Well, let's start by, can I copy just a chunk of them? You, and you, and you, and you, and you. Copy. Paste. I guess I didn't need to copy them. Well, copying's fine, right? I'm probably going to get rid of this entire directory at the when it's all said and done. All right, so now common tasks main. We've got our baseline apps. This is just to make sure that our guy is there. Update the cache. Here we won't need to update the cache because it'll have already been done. We just have to do that afterwards. So step the first is going to be here. Make sure UFW is installed. State cache, there we go. Although all I'm doing is making sure UFW is there, so maybe I add that here instead. This should actually happen later because we haven't updated the cache yet. That's kind of dumb. Okay, so we make sure that it's bootstrapped. We update packages first. We validate baseline. Then we update to the latest version. Clean up if need be, check for reboots required, and then reboot if need be. Okay. I feel like this needs to be, I need to do something different there. Can't just have the stupid thing reboot. All right, so how can I separate out the firewall task? That's the one I was looking at, yeah. These may not use all the features, okay. Because I feel like this should be a template. For use with the template resource. No, maybe not. I take that back. Lower level priority, dependencies, library, utilities. So that's separating it that way. So how do I add other files in there? Always mention the state. Okay, so if I just this guy can just go. I don't need you anymore. The way this looks is that as long as I give it a different file here, it'll just run next. We'll say firewall. One, two, three. to yield copy pasta. But we'll call you firewall. Copy all of this. Get back to the top. Now, in theory, we've already made sure. In theory. Now, how do I define which order these run in? Modules. Yeah, I'm 90% certain this isn't going to work. This is all update. Actually, this should be common. That should happen every time. Verify. All right, so in theory, I'm running off of lab. Lab doesn't have a common. Production doesn't have a common. Common should just always be run, I thought. Oh, no, I know what it is. Silly me. All right, it's called right there. So if I do hosts, servers, and I'm just going to get rid of the common role first, we're going to go common here. That means in theory I do the same thing and it should run the list. Okay. Now I'm wrapping my head around it again. I swear sometimes it feels like I'm learning it again for the third time. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to automatically jump over to the next file, so how... So I just have to include each one, is that it? parameter tasks from. Oh, there we go. Okay. Cool. So what I do instead is I need to copy all of you back out. I need to recreate a file of that. I'll paste all of you guys in there, and then in main, we get rid of that. Nope, we go here. You need to be renamed to app update and I think I need tag. Oh, the tags, that's cool. I could set it on a per file. Not going to, but I could. And I'm not going to do become at the top level because they don't all need it. Then we have the tags. Let's go to win, common. So does that mean I have to tag everything as common? It's doing it no matter. So it enabled Kubernetes. So I need to rethink that. So I don't want that to run if the tag isn't specified. Which could be why this needs to go into a role for Kubernetes instead. That's, I think, what has to happen. Which is fine. Because I need common and then I need Kubernetes, which is controller and node. And I only really have them separated in here because it's easier, but I don't think I have them separated in here that way. Yeah, I just have it called all servers. And I should probably just call it cluster. 64 workers, ARM60. I'm gonna need a group for x86 controllers probably, but I don't know when I'm actually gonna use one. It's just an empty group at this point. Yeah, seems legit. And 1 second. Whoop. And we're back for the push. To get this where we want it to be. Hopefully. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about which roles. So I do wonder if I shouldn't just, like I did here, I have cluster, which is everybody in the pool. Like, it's not quite common. It's K8's common. So maybe I just rename this guy to cluster, because it's a real cluster. Main roles. Cluster. Tasks main. And I'm not going to worry about updating, because if I'm working on the cluster directly, let's see. If I do this, wait, what? Am I completely screwing up how to do tags? It's possible. Limit. No, that's right. I'm doing it right. Quit lying to me, server. All right. Failed to parse with YAML. Line 10, common 1. Oh, it probably doesn't like... Yeah, it doesn't like the... Or I named it wrong. K8x86 controllers. Wait. K8L. That's on me. Let's try that again, huh? Could not match simple. Okay. Test. Oh, it's dropping the test. Because I'm limiting the test. But I don't want to limit the test. But I do. I don't want to go changing my servers just yet. Limits test. Oh, and it's jumping into... Wait, but it should be... It should be running this, which says roles are common. Not test. Play servers, no. Test. Which goes to roles. I feel like I'm missing something. So it starts with servers, goes to servers, it finds test, it says common, it goes to the common role, finds tasks, main, it should be going to apt update, and I have the tags update there. Does this need to be a... All right, why are you not doing this? Time to get verbose. All right, 3 plays in site.yml. Play servers. Skipping servers, no host match. That's fine, because that is true. Test. It's not telling me I found anything in test. for reasons. All right, so it attempts to connect over. Servers.yaml, all right. It does all of these things. That's a lot of garbage. Establish connection, SSH. Well, I'm showing the RSA key in the notes there. Good to know. So it gathers facts, but why isn't it doing any of the next step? Whether I limit to test or not. It should be updating. Because it does these two and then it kicks out. Include apt update. Verify? It's not grabbing anything. Great. So what did I break and how did I break it? Just by including the tags. If I get rid of the tag, it does everything under common, which is not what I want. Am I doing tags wrong? I must be, right? I've got to be doing tags wrong somehow. I mean, I don't know how. Maybe I can't do tags and limit. No, I already tried that. So why do you stop at gathering facts when I add tags? Is it because this doesn't have a tag? Let's try this. Nope. Hey, found it that time. I am doing tags wrong. How do you include tags? Okay. Fine. This is fine. I understand. It's all so clear now. You'd think it would give an error, like, hey dummy, you have 2 tags. No tag there. Oops. Oh, you know what I just realized? I got by AI again. I think I let AI fill that in once and just went, oh, well, it must be right. It hasn't errored yet. Damn you, AI. It couldn't possibly be my fault for not knowing, right? Sneeze. This definitely in the this in the vein of how YAML works. This is a very duh moment for me, but okay. Let's just do the common stuff. So now it should skip Kubernetes. Or not. Oh. Right. Try that again. So I need to do like this. How do I request multiple tags with Ansible on the command line? YAML is sometimes a headache, but the more I work with it, the more I kind of go, oh, that makes sense, and realize that I am the headache. It's probably got to be in quotes. Foo bar, foo and bar. Okay. So it is just comment and update. I wish there was some way to say, like, okay, which tag ran it. Oh, but that means I need... So, like, apt update should only ever... You know what? I just need to get rid of that, because that should just happen every time. And this should happen every time too. And basically, if this isn't successful, well, it's already running this as that user. So if that's not successful, the only way that's ever going to be not successful is if I'm running as the wrong person. So that might not be the best way to validate that the bootstrap worked. It's kind of silly to think about. I've got a verification. So this script runs as this user, and the first thing it does is verify that this user is there. I do not think that means what you think it means. All right, so I don't need any tags on that. That just needs to happen every time. Actually, that begs the question. If I do this and I just get rid of... Yeah, if I just get rid of the tags, could it have been the problem was that everything was tagged? Oh, well, yeah, that's a problem. Okay. So the problem is just that the tags are there when specifically looking for a tag. Oh, wait, no, now it's running everything. So if I put a tag and this doesn't have a tag, so yeah, it needs to have a tag that includes every sub tag that's in here. So it needs comment and update. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And then in firewall, realistically, the only tags are going to be common. because everything else will be a role. Which means why have tags, right? Well, it's something that could change in the future though. Well, I guess the files. There might be a situation, well, but if I've got common there, then I'm also going to have, oh no, because I would have UFW files here. Okay. So there is a situation where I would just copy the files. And then these guys got to come out into their own roles. I don't think there's ever a situation where I would just want the agents allowed. Although I do need to make sure that in apt I install the agents. File storage. Yeah, file storage is common. Local traffic is only Kubernetes, and then enable is common. So now what I need to do is I need to go to cluster. And we need to make a new file, and it's called firewall.yaml. And we cut and paste. This still needs to be at the bottom. You're still going to need to be here. I'm pretty sure on this, I'm just going to get rid of the tags. But we'll see. Do want the agents still. Although if those are both enabled by common, I'm just going to leave that out. Because if it's enabled by common, it's already enabled. These are just additionals. Right. In theory, those should already be there. I might need to create a rule to make sure. It's not static. I am going to have to make sure that I'm setting their static IPs before I do too much there. And the rest of this should already be set. Okay. So then if I go back over here, test, and I say cluster, oh right, I still need this guy. Firewall, include task. Yeah, let's just get rid of the tags completely. Or just do K8's Kubernetes, right? And the only reason I'm using both tags is so that I don't have to worry too much about remembering. Well, did I tag that as K8s or did I tag that as Kubernetes? They're both gonna work. Okay, so now, actually tags shouldn't matter. And it's just running cluster. Cool. Oh, whoa, wait. Did it? Oh, okay. That worried me. I was like, right there. Wait a second. It enabled the firewall first? No, that was my last run. Cool. All right, now this is fine. Don't care about this. Let's get out of there. Now, something I'm curious about is how are our current rules holding up on Dev Mini 3? Okay, so we've still got something. We've still got 443 and 80 being blocked. Why is that happening still? It's coming in and going out the same. The source is from 15. So the source isn't even this machine. But the destination is 107, which I think we established is on You are the Waza indexer. Where are you? Need to go to Waza. It's on dev. It's not even on this machine. So why is this seeing this traffic? It's coming in from 15 and going to 107. It's 80 and 443. There's this one too. And that's entirely internal. That should already be allowed. Do I need to allow out to 107? Doesn't seem right because I have 10.2 here. Oh, that's Kubernetes. Oh, there we go. 107. I've already got 80 out allowed. But 80 is still being blocked. Oh, but that's because it's going to 103. Nice. Okay. Details must be attentive. All right, so what is 103? That's not in this list. 103 is Zabbix. Okay. So I've got 107.80, and I should have 107 secure as well. So let's do our spiffy trick. And that is UFW delete. We want WW secure to 107, so that's 21. We're going to say nope. And once again, there is our command to say UFW allow, UFW pasta. We'll do 103. Make sure that that's what we're seeing. 103. Destination port 80. So that is acceptable. But okay, no, I don't think that's going to fix it again. Because we have 107.80 and 107.443. And then 103.80 and 103.443. And it's weird that it's coming from a different machine going to a different machine. And I know it's Calico's fault. And I should already have anything from here is, oh no, that's Kubernetes again. 10.2.100. That's 0 WAG 24. I wonder if I can just stop it from being logged. Because 103 is Zabbix, 107 is Waza. Well, you know what I haven't checked? Oh Lord. Did I ever do this? I didn't think so. Oh, I think it's still default. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's default. I can get it from here. 1 second. It's not that one. Huzzah! And in case you're curious, it's secret password. Oh, it went. So we've got 2 agents. One of them should be devmini3. Yes. It shows active. So it's just routing around it, which is fine. It does. Why is this failing? Oops. XVDF1. What the heck? I wonder if these are related. Ooh, well, yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? XVDF1. Storage type? What are you? What is XVD? Two XVD drives. So why does it care? Well, I'm not jumping down this rabbit hole right now. The fact of the matter is it's still reporting, even though it's claiming it can't get through. Integrity checksum changed. Oh, that's just me messing with the network. NBD. To impact. Those are just my changes. Anything else in security events? Host-based anomaly detection root check. Oh God. Yeah, these are the sort of things that, like, that just needs to not be tracked. That's something I need to put a little bit more effort into, reducing the noise that's here. But right now I'm just trying to get to the point where this number is as high as possible and this number is as low as possible. And if we look at DevMini1, we can see where we started. So we're not doing too bad. But I think that is where today is going to end. Wait, is it? Is it 5? Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. Like, hold on. So yeah, we'll probably come back to this guy tomorrow. At least that's my plan. Hopefully get this to a point where I can start sending it at DevMini3 and then go through the rules on that side. I may validate the common against my actual live servers. I might do that tonight, probably not on stream, just because, you know, DNS server suddenly being unreachable could be a problem while streaming. But yeah, I think that's going to be the plan for tomorrow, is hopefully putting some of this into running. And then I can go back, and the step after that is to move on to reimaging DevMini 2 so that it meets all of these fun little requirements, like, oops, having all of the file system, all of the primary files in their own directories. And then after some testing, DevMini 1 should just be press the button and it takes care of itself. Well, I mean, kind of like probably what you're doing with Terraform, which is probably what I should be doing this in, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I may be back in a little bit, but I'm going to be playing 7 Days to Die if I am, because I'm suddenly hooked. Well, suddenly re-hooked. I played that game non-stop for about 3 months and walked away from it. And now it's reeling me back in, not gonna lie. So if you're watching on YouTube, thanks. And Tomato, thanks for stopping by. Always good to see you, or hear you, or read you, however it is, whatever it is. And take care. Have a good night. Whee!